Hey everyone, I just want to make a quick video to warn about scams that I ran into here in Macau. Yesterday, I went to take a taxi to a part of town that I wasn't very familiar with, and I had gotten scammed just a few bucks, but it was really annoying because of the way it played out. So I got on the taxi, and I had a really good conversation with the taxi driver. I talked to him and joked with him about how expensive that Macau is. The first day I got into Macau, I went to a couple of grocery stores, and I was like, "Hey, that's not too bad. The prices are not too bad." And but they were a lot worse than I thought because I was looking at the prices and thinking they were Taiwanese dollars, because my family is from Taiwan. And then I realized, oh my God, this is Macau dollars, and so the prices were like 4 to 5 times more expensive than in Taiwan. They're not quite as bad as the U.S., but more expensive than the U.S. for sure. Um, but I was on the taxi. I was joking around with the taxi driver, and I was talking to him about my computer game conference. And actually, I just had a series of bad luck. So my first day here in Macau, my computer screen broke, and I had to go look for one of these external monitors until I get home to fix that. I was joking around with the taxi driver about how the whole time I'm at home, the computer's always in the car and it's bumping around, and sometimes I go to very tight places and the screen gets bumped around, nothing happens, and I fly out here and it's so peaceful, and then the computer breaks. It's just so weird. I told him how I live in my car and how the computer's always in the car and it's never had a problem like this. So we had a good conversation. And then on the way out of the taxi cab, I didn't have this yesterday, and I only had 500s and 1000s. And the taxi driver was like, "Uh-oh, I don't think I have enough change for that." He had to go get a bag out of his trunk that had loose change in it, and he did that, and he counted it out, and let's see, it was supposed to be $29, and I gave him 500, and he counted out what I thought was 470, and he went to look for $1, and he couldn't find it. I was like, "That's okay, just keep it as a tip." And I left, and then when I got out of the tent, because I had a lot of luggage, I was actually looking for a place to possibly get the computer fixed, but the guy at the computer repair shop told me it could be 2 weeks, and also was considerably more expensive than in the U.S., and I could live with using a monitor like that for the rest of my time here. And so I got out of my car, and then I realized he only gave me 370. And I was really upset, and I almost thought about chasing down that taxi driver, but the Macau was pretty crowded. And then I looked more carefully at the bills that he gave me, and he gave me some with pretty nice serial numbers. So that was a little consolation. One of these is a really low number, 00. I mean, it's probably not worth enough to make up for the 100, but whatever the case. I take scams a little bit more personally because I have some health conditions that make sometimes, I love my job, but sometimes my health conditions get in the way. To give you an idea, sometimes I do a 24-hour or 48-hour fast to help with my autism. And the problem with that is that sometimes when I do this at work, things get in the way. I had a problem one time where my coworker was munching on chips, and it really drove me crazy. And sometimes, I find that I do very well when I avoid various chemicals. It's very hard to do in the workplace. So money equates to suffering for me sometimes, and when people scam me, it's like they take a piece of my body away from me. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing this, but I take scams very personally as a result. And I had a very bad day at the rest of the day yesterday as a result of that. So I just like to warn people about. I don't know if the taxi driver he routinely keeps his loose change in the trunk to drive that kind of distraction or something like that. But it seemed like it was a possibility. Thanks for watching.